looking forward to most about it being game week and being able to actually step on the court in a real regular season game with this team?
Just that. We've been doing a lot of practice. I'm just honestly ready to play against somebody else. So, pretty straightforward.
Hey, Jordan, in your time here, what have you kind of learned about Zion that you may not have known already?
I mean, in terms of what?
Not really on the court, but just kind of off-court, his mindset, his mentality, how he approaches the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're still getting to learn each other in the locker room. I mean, he's a great guy. We have multiple conversations. We chop it up. I think we're in the same draft class, so we've known of each other, heard of each other, kind of been updated with each other's progress throughout our time in the league. But it's been pretty normal. I mean, just figuring out friendships, relationships, chemistry, and teammates. So that just comes over time.
And to build on that, Jordan, how ready do you feel like this team is ready to play in regular season games? Like how far along is the chemistry between, say, especially the starters?
I feel like we're pretty close. Obviously, we only got 2 games against NBA teams. The 2 games that we played in Australia was good to kind of get going, moving around a little bit. But I think we were able to really find our chemistry, our flow within that late second quarter, third quarter in that Orlando Magic preseason game. But we've been practicing hard, and I know it starts to click a little bit when you're going against a team that doesn't know your plays or doesn't know your tendencies. So it's only a matter of time before we start to put everything together.
How does Jeremiah Fears compare to other rookies that you've played with?
I'll play with some good rookies. I'll play with some lottery rookies too. I mean, they're talented. They're all talented. Young, but it comes with experience and time and reps, and he'll have a good opportunity to get out on the floor, help us win some games, be an impact player for us. But I think we're just here as vets, older guys, to kind of just help them, guide them. It's good to see BQ back also on the court. I know he's been really excited to get out there. So there's a lot of things that come with time, and I think our young fellas will be there.
No matter if it's like after practice or like maybe in some of the clips we've seen, you've been very vocal. Herb also mentioned how vocal you are. Like, how important was that for you, even coming into a new group, that like you were gonna imprint whatever leadership you could with this team?
I think one thing that helps is everybody has one common goal. We just want to win. We got a lot of fighters. We got a lot of dogs out here who that's all we really care about. So it's more so the things that I have experienced from some of the greatest players in the game that I'm just reiterating to our team to do whatever we can to help us win games, be a competitive team, get to the playoffs. It's a goal that we want to do, especially the guys in the locker room. So anything I can do to just help my team get on the same page, learn faster, and kind of get it going, I will. But we just have a really good group of guys who want to get better, who want to learn, who want to listen, who want to play at a high level. So it makes it pretty easy to kind of just, say what you got to say. But the guys listen, and the coaches kind of give me a voice, just to kind of, put us in a situation to be successful.
Obviously, Memphis has a lot of the same core guys, I guess different coaching staff, but same core guys. When you go against Memphis, like what's the maybe number one thing that you're looking at facing them?
I mean, even on the core guys, they're a different team now too, though. They got Jaren and Job, but they don't have Desmond anymore. They don't have Dylan. The Memphis that I went against earlier on in my career, I think was the most competitive Memphis team I think that we know of. But they got a new coach, they got a new group, but they got dogs over there, guys who want to compete, obviously guys who know how to play at a high level. So you got to come with the proper respect that you would with anybody else. Get ready to play a game. It's going to be the first game of the season, so everybody's obviously going to be fired up. We got to come ready, locked in, and focused, and get the season off to a good start.
He's an ankle injury, but when he's on the court, how different is that team?
I mean, he's one of their guys, so obviously it makes their dynamic a bit more aggressive, a bit more, it makes them a better team, obviously. So we prepare for if he's playing, and if he's not, we adjust accordingly. But they also got other guys on the team who can, like my dog Jaren, who's an all-star. So other guys that we also got a game plan for.
And as good as Jai is on the offensive end, Jaren is as good, if not better, on the defensive end. Can you speak to his impact on that end?
Yeah. I've been cooking Jaren since high school, so I got a little bit of experience playing against him. But they're a good team, well coached. They guard at a really high level. They got KCP, they got Jalen Wells. So Just a team game. Team game. We got to come prepared. We got to come locked in, ready for the game plan. And like I said, get the season off to a good start.
The Southwest is a pretty tough division with Rockets, Spurs, Grizzlies. How do y'all, you excited to play against some top competition? A lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's dope. It's the league, and it's the Western Conference, so I expect nothing else. But those same teams got to come and play us. When they come to New Orleans or whenever we go play them, they still got to match up for us too. So, like I said, mutual respect to everybody out there.
See you.
What's up?
We want to see
Put you
you.
in your best light.
I appreciate it.
What are the feelings around the start of the season and finally being here in game week?
I think everybody's excited. For myself, I'm just, happy to be healthy again and be able to go out and compete with my brothers.
Herb, how ready do you feel this group is to start this season?
I think we're in a good spot right now. We had a good day today. Hopefully, we follow it up with a good day tomorrow and put it all together Wednesday.
And how do you feel like
Do the jitters change from year to year?
Say it again?
Do the jitters change from year to year? Like, obviously, like your rookie year going into the first game versus like this year coming back from the injury, like having a chance to get back on the floor?
I don't think it's anything like your first year. So I would say they probably do change. They probably went down a little bit, but I am excited to get back out after the injury.
I heard what you kind of saying from Zion, just in his growth from last year to this year.
I mean, he's a lot more aggressive, I think, offensively and defensively. I don't think he's ever just been lazy on the defensive end, but he's been more active on the defensive end. I mean, he's lead. He's leading more.
What do you say as far as his leadership? Says that he's leading. What does he show as far as leadership?
And he shows up, practices, works hard, stays out there, or comes in before he gets his work in. I mean, he's stacking days, So as long as we keep that up, I think we'll be in a good spot.
and how do you feel the chemistry is between, especially you guys in the starting lineup, right? With Jordan Poole added, and then Eve when he's going to be out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll still take time. I won't say we've arrived. I don't want to ever feel like we've arrived and get comfortable. But I think we're in a great spot. I think everybody likes to be out there with each other. As long as we play hard, play together, I think we'll be good.
And one thing we've noticed this year is a lot after practice, Trey's working with Jordan, Zion's working with those guys. And it didn't seem like we saw a lot of that in previous years. Is that an indication of you guys are a little bit closer? Like this group just wants to work together? I'm talking about like after practice, you guys working together on the court. You didn't see so much like say B.I. and Z working together after practice.
You probably went here.
Herb, what have you seen from Jordan Poole so far in this off-season and training camp?
In the off season?
Yeah, well, training camp, preseason, like what have you seen from him? How does he kind of fit into this group?
I mean, he's vocal. I think everybody respects what he says. When he says it, he works hard, always in the gym. Giving game to the young guys. I'm always picking his brain about certain offensive things. But overall, I think he's been great.
Memphis has a different head coach. He was on staff last year, but still a different guy. But so many of their core guys are the same in Memphis. What's the biggest thing that you have to watch for when facing the Grizzlies?
Say it one more time.
So Memphis has a new head coach.
Yeah.
Though he was on staff last year, but a lot of the same core guys. What do you have to watch for the most with, like, what you've seen with Memphis over the years?
I think we just got to be connected as a group. I don't too much worry about what other teams may do. I'm super focused on, what the Pelicans have planned for us to, go into the game with, and hopefully, we sure to execute.
As a defensive guy, as somebody that takes so much pride on defense, do you watch Jaren Jackson at all and notice things that, like, oh man, that's what makes him special or different on that end?
I kind of stay in my own world.
We all saw Jeremiah, he was killing it on the offensive side. What do you see from him on the defensive side, like in practice?
He's always compete. That's all you can ask, really, on the defensive side of the ball.
Thanks, Herb.
Thanks, Herb.
Jose, obviously you're a defensive-minded guy. Are there certain things the the last couple preseason games seem like they're a really good test for you guys as a team defensively. Are there certain things that you want to try to sharpen up going into the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to compete at a high level at all times, and we know that. So, but we're trying to identify ourselves as a defense, and that's the first thing we got to do to win games, and that's what we're doing. So what we looked at in preseason is, the little things. We got a lot of competitive players here, so, we got the best thing about the preseason. You learn, and we get to fix those little things in the practice and move on to Wednesday.
Jose, what do you like about this roster that Dumars is assembling?
It's a lot of great talent around, different pieces, and there's a lot of things I like about it. The players like they brought in and the players that he drafted is, they all fit in the great space that we trying to, the direction we going, and he built in a good program around here.
Jose, what's it been like as you got to know Jordan Poole, and what do you think he can bring to this team?
I mean, Jordan Poole obviously won a championship, right? Got a great mindset of that. He's a great professional. He's a pro, at every level. He brings a good, spark to us. Obviously we know how good he can score the ball, but his mentality and how he understands the game and, how he coaches us, coaches the team around.
You've been around Zion a while. What have you kind of seen his growth from last year to this year, just as far as how he's approaching the game?
I mean, we know Z. We know how good he is, but one thing I see about, I think he's confident in himself, He's confident in his whole game. He's confident in who he is, and, that's one thing I haven't really seen a lot. Not saying he wasn't confident before, but I just seen he got a little bit more swag and pep to his step now, and, I mean, I'm excited to see him play and play at this level.
Where do you think they came from?
Him working hard and him doing what he always do, he got in the gym and, he wants to be the best, and that's what he's trying to do.
Jose, can you expand on your thoughts about the chemistry of this team where it is right now? Because what we see after practice, you guys are really working a lot and oftentimes together. I know in the past you guys were always close, but we never really saw it on the court. Can you talk a little bit about that?
This is a great group. We all get along. Soon as the team that we found out who we was gonna have and everything, we all got in a group chat. We all text. We all trying to, we got one goal, and and that's to win as much games and obviously get to the promised land. But we got a great connection. We know how to talk to each other. We could communicate with each other, and best thing about it, we coachable. I think everybody's coachable. Everybody understand. We all want the best for each other, and that's what you want from a team.
And Jose, do you pay attention to what's been said about this team like the last 3 or 4 months? And what do you think personally about this team? Is everybody sleeping on them? On you guys?
I don't really. We don't care about what they say because either when we do good, they're gonna say, "Oh, we told you so." We do bad, we told you so. So we don't. We're gonna focus on ourselves. Let the outside noise be the outside noise, and when we win, stay on that side. You know what I'm saying? So I hope nobody paying attention to it because we know what we got in these 4 corners and just compete and win.
I think we're all getting pretty excited. This is just it's a fun time. All the work that you've been putting in, starting in the summer, leading through camp, and now we get a good opportunity to step on the floor in a few days and start our season. So excited to go forward with this group.
As a former player, does the jitters of the first game, does it differ as a coach, and just what is that feeling like?
It's just there, and I think that's the beauty in competition is, you get a little bit of jitters, you get a little bit of butterflies, and mainly it's, you want to go out and do well. You want to go out and do well. You're waiting for that moment to tip the ball up and get out and play. And that's just high-level competition. It's fun. It's exciting. And our guys are itching to get started.
What are your expectations for Zion this season? Like, what do you want to see? What do you need to see out of him?
Keep taking a step forward with, the conditioning component. I have to commend him. He's doing everything he needs to do to take care of his body. That's going to be important for him to be available for us. Continue to step on the floor and be the Zion that we know he's capable of being. And when he's doing that, again, he's one of the top players in this league. And so we're excited that he's done all the work and we're getting close. And now it's time to continue to put the work in and step on the floor and just execute on both ends.
What do you think about just his mindset going through the season? Like, can you tell that he's really locked in and wants to?
Yeah, he's been great. He's excited. he's been doing a great job of energizing his teammates, communication on the floor, and so he's taking a step forward, and we all want to be all hands on deck with continuing that process.
In regard to Zion's playing time and his availability, last year there was a lot of managing his minutes and his time on the court. What will the approach be for him this year?
Right now, he's good to go, and so that's our focus. He's good to go. We want to get him on the floor, and we'll continue to monitor him as we progress with games. But as far as I know right now, he's good to go. There's no restrictions on him. And as long as he's feeling great and doing everything we're supposed to do, we'll continue to monitor him as we go.
Willie, was everybody able to go through practice today? Was Carlo there? And how's Derek looking?
Carlo did not go through a full practice today. He's here, but no contact for him. D. Queen went through practice. He looked really good. So just trying to get his wind up. There's going to be some rust there, but he's had a few days under his belt where he's gone up and down with the group.
What do you need to see from him before you guys start making that determination that you can maybe use him in a game?
Well, we're seeing it. That's what practice is for, is to see where his wind is, to see where his rhythm is with his teammates, try to get some rhythm, try to get some timing. He did a great job working on his conditioning while he was out, so he should be able to catch up pretty quickly. But we're seeing some signs that, he's looking better and better, and we'll evaluate him once we get to game time.
I don't know if this is the most roster turnover y'all have had in your tenure, but it's got to be pretty close. 6 important new players. How do you feel about what you've kept, what you've brought in, veterans, draft choices, how it all fits together?
We feel strong about this group. We love the connectivity. I think that's one of the most important components of a team is guys are connecting, they're communicating, they're talking, they're bonding. We had the trip in Australia where we got a lot of time together. We felt like we came out of that stronger. And the most important part is we're putting in the work. We're putting in the work to step on the floor and execute on both ends. We know that that takes time when you bring in new faces. Guys have to get acclimated, but we're still hoping that we can get off to a good start.
Jordan Poole is one of those new additions, but he seems like a guy that is very likable to his teammates. Like, how seamlessly has he kind of transitioned not only to being a part of the chemistry of this team, but also being someone that's vocal too?
Yeah, he's done it. He's done both. His transition has been great. He's communicating with the staff and the players. He's excited to be here and have an opportunity to step on the floor with his teammates soon. JP is one of those guys that he's like a young, experienced vet. He's still kind of getting towards the prime of his career, but he's had a lot of really good experiences, playoff experience, championship experiences that he's bringing to this group. So he's vocal at times, and there's times where he's just coming in and he's working. But we're glad to have him, and again, we're excited to get going.
Has there been anything about Jordan Poole that you've seen that you maybe didn't expect when y'all brought him in?
Just how vocal he is being on the floor. He's vocal with his teammates. Sometimes he's stopping practice and he's pointing things out. That's what a young group needs. It's not always me. I'm encouraging our guys, and they're holding each other accountable. If something doesn't go right, they'll stop it and talk about it. If something goes well, they'll stop it and say, we got to do more of this. And he's been one of our ringleaders in that category.
I know Memphis has a new head coach who was on staff last year, but Memphis has kept a lot of their core players. Can you just speak to what you expect from them on Wednesday?
Well, to your point, when you return as many core players as they do, you have some synergy there, some good chemistry as a team. They're still a good team. So they want to play fast. We know they were one of the better teams in transition. They're a team that drives the ball. Historically, they've been a good defense, especially with Jaren Jackson down there. So we expect that team to be very sound. They execute on both ends. It's going to be a real good challenge for our group.
You mentioned Jaren Jackson, and obviously all defensive teams, defensive player of the year and whatnot. How much does he make their defense go?
He's special defensively. He covers a lot of holes. He allows their guards to press up on you. Sometimes they're in denials and denying you the ball. He's back there covering the basket. So he's a big part of what they want to achieve defensively.
I know Ja has been dealing with a bit of an ankle injury, but when he's on the court, how different is that offense in that team?
Again, he's dynamic offensively. He's fast. He can shoot the ball. He can drive the ball. He's finding his teammates. He's one of those guys that he touched the floor and he's electric. So it's going to be a group effort for us defensively against him.
Those the recent preseason games were both really good tests for your defense. Are there certain things that you want to sharpen up in the next few days before you play the Grizzlies at the defensive end?
Yeah, we're always looking at, sort of our pillars. A lot of teams are getting up and down, so transition defense is extremely important. Getting back, taking away easy baskets. We got to do a better job of keeping teams off the foul line. We want to be physical, but we want to be smart. Again, keeping teams out of our paint, making sure we can test shots, and then the last part of that is we have to, this year, be conscious about finishing possessions, rebounding the ball, which will tie right into our offense.